How many of you here have family members that ride motorcycles or cycles of any kind? Nothing? This is going to be a fun challenge for you then. So the second challenge, if you scroll down, is a company that we're working with called Ride Utah. The idea here is we're going to be creating a website. We're going to use you guys to go out there and talk with the biking community and find out what they want to see on a website. Obviously, your presentation will be a week from today. Okay, good luck, guys.
But I guess we should wait for Bergen.
Where is he?
I don't know.
Do you have his number that you can call him?
Yeah. This is kind of what happened when we were doing the focus group. He just showed up really
I can't believe he got lost.
Oh, he didn't even show up actually.
He didn't?
He didn't show up and he just took forever. Then like when I tried calling him.
After several attempts to contact Bergen, they decide to split up and do research on their own.
What are some of are there safety precautions that would be helpful when you're riding, like well, of course when you're riding a bike, but on a website, would that be helpful? Like
road construction.
Road construction. Like, are there things that specifically that new riders need to know that could be helpful?
I think that there's a lot of things that a new rider needs to know, and especially a new rider, that you need to treat it like you're invisible, and that's probably the best advice that I've ever heard anybody get.
No, this is so awesome. He's in here. I think I'm gonna still this just for a second. What if you could make an app, what would you put on it, specifically for the biking world?
For street, it would be nice to have the maps, distances, even if it had like gas prices and stuff. Say, hey, these are your gas and the prices, so you can say, so you don't stop at the little town that charges you $1 extra kind of thing.
The import bike shops Kate visited were very enthused to give their input and gave great feedback. Meanwhile, Eugene did some scouting on his own and visited a local import store.
The novice rider, one of the biggest questions they have is really what kind of bike is going to best suit them. Primary questions are, if I want to buzz around town, what kind of bike is going to be good for me? If I want to do major long trips, if I want to have the ability to ride on the road but then go off-road and do some trails, of which you have a vast amount of great trail riding here in Utah.
The people at the bike store were very helpful and provided great feedback.
So we're making an app, and for bikers, like we want to be able to have you be able to log in and get like the weather, the traffic. Like, what do you think like you would want personally on the app?
Reminders for like check your tire pressure, just little stuff like that. I forget it all the time and I do it all day. I check other people's, but on the weekend I'll hop on my bike and not check mine.
The people at the Harley Center were pretty enthused to hear about the upcoming app, and they had a special way of thanking her for her visit.
What type of bike do you ride?
I ride that Harley chopper, but I also ride scooters all the time, so my personal bike would be that.
When you went out of state, what was the things you were looking for on that trip?
Well, generally when I did, I was riding a dirt bike, so I looked for specific areas that had the kind of terrain that I wanted to ride on.
With only a day left, Bergen decides to pay a visit on his own to a local bike shop.
Kind of trying to talk to people, but nobody seems to want to talk about anything or want to be on camera, so. But these are cool bikes.
Later that day, Kate, Eugene, and Bergen scheduled individualized meetings with Wes for advice to help prepare for their Ride Utah presentation.
I mean, if you want to present it like that to kind of be a little fancy, that's fine. I think it's a good idea. I think it's got to be refined and polished a little bit more. There's a lot in presentation. Obviously in this industry, presentation is a huge part. Okay, cool. Excited for tomorrow.
With only a few minutes left before their presentation, Kate and Eugene make some last-minute changes.
So I wonder when Bergen's gonna get here.
I swear I texted him like 5 times this morning and last night, and I haven't heard from him yet.
And like every single time I went to one of those bike shops, he didn't even ask me to see if he could come around. This kind of stuff.
Kate and Eugene briefly review the presentation before presenting it.
Hi there. Good. How are you?
Good.
How are you? Good.
Well, how are you guys doing this morning? Good. Well, we are so excited to meet with you. We've been working hard for you all week. As we were talking to people, there was a few certain things that they really wanted. I mean, every time we talked about what they wanted, destination always came up. You know, how far away, how long is our gas gonna last, and what are we gonna see there?
So yeah, Kate, it kind of seemed like she took over. To be honest, I did not have much room to speak. So what I was thinking, as I was hearing a lot from the people that I was talking with, it's a lot about customization. It's kind of how you ride. You have different types of bikes, and your style is how you ride. So
a lot of these features, there's a lot of different ways that you could implement this research and implement your site.
But she did have, actually, you know what? She took over.
Bikers like to go someplace where they're welcome. They don't want to be looked at like they're strange or different. You know, they want to be comfortable and they want to have a good time. So it helps if there's someplace that's friendly to what they do and who they are.
The guest judge as well as Wes were impressed.
Perfect. There you go.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
However, all 3 interns returned the next day for what could be their final debriefing.
So, at least the weather was nicer. You guys were out and about doing a lot of talking to bikers. Bergen, I didn't hear much about you. So, you guys did this as a group. You know, obviously, we've pitched this to the client. To me, it looked like a 2-man team instead of a three-man team. You know?
We all had the same goals and we all wanted the same things, but then all of a sudden he was gone. Like, we texted him, called him, and he would never showed up to our meetings.
It seems like we've just been clashing heads since the beginning. I mean, you didn't show up at the church for the focus group. You didn't show up, earlier. It's just, you can't blame me for the problems that you have.
Hey Eugene, it's Bergen. I've been working on a lot of stuff, like getting a lot of Ride Utah stuff, and I'll just try again later. Bye.
This is a tough decision, but Bergen, you know, track record's track record, and unfortunately, you're not going to be continuing on in Project Intern. So, you know, good run. Maybe next time you'll carry your phone around, and then when you do carry your phone around, reply to people.
Eugene and Kate, like, they totally sabotaged me. They threw me under the bus in front of Wes and made me look like a total fool. You know what? I have my phone on me. I have it on me all the time. They can give me a call, so whatever.
On the next Project Intern, our interns go for the goal with a pitch for Real Salt Lake, as well as take on a few new surprises.
I'll find you. Right on. Don't go for the other person.